morning, folks. Kevin here. Well, it's June 3rd, 2018, and I'm over in the eastern garden plot, and Thea got some of the beans planted in the hoop trellis here yesterday. Our other beans are starting to sprout now. Again, we're behind on all our plantings at this point, but today I'm going to go ahead and use the Broadfork and the rotary harrow. So in this video I thought I'd share with you the Broadfork that we use. But first I guess I should mention that the Broadfork is used by, the first place that I heard about it was Jean-Martin Fortier, who wrote the book The Market Gardener, and I really recommend that book. It is an excellent resource for market gardening, or I think it's absolutely fantastic for those people who want to grow their own food, homesteaders, small gardeners as well. His farm that he and his wife started is actually named after the Broadfork. And so what the Broadfork is, what it's used for is to sink these large tines down into the depths of your soil and to do minimal destructive damage to the structure of the soil, maintaining the intact nature of the microbiome in the system. When we till soil, we can really do lots of disruption. We can bring green material down into the depths of the soil, allowing a lot of oxygen going down in there, and it can be like a feast and then a famine for the microbiome within the soil. And if we allow the normal ecology within the soil structure to be maintained with minimal impact, negative impact from us, the theory is that that we'll have a healthier soil structure and soil microbiome, and we can still do our annual plantings and get nutritious food out of the soil. So the Broadfork, I'm going to share with you the Broadfork that I purchased. I purchased this on Amazon. I don't remember the company name right now, but I'll put a link in the description below. Again, it's an affiliate link, so if you do click on it, I'll get a couple of pennies per dollar that you spend, but it won't cost you a penny more. But there are many different Broadforks out there, and the reason that I picked this was, one, because of price, and two, because I liked that it was pretty heavy duty, but not too heavy. And it had parts that I could replace. It's something that could break down, and it seemed to be very good quality materials as well. So that's the reason I got this particular Broadfork. And I'll show some clip here of me using it here in just a minute. The prongs or the tines or the forks on this Broadfork are 10 inches beyond the base, beyond this, the part that my hands are holding on are 10 inches long. They're rods that are not sharpened but bring to a nice conical point. And it's heavy duty enough. Our soil around here is all gravel bed, and I built the soil on top of it through various composting techniques and slow soil building techniques. So we got beautiful soil. But over time, some of the rocks from the gravel down below work their way up into the beds. And this is strong enough that it can pick up softball or even football size rocks up out of the depths. It's designed, it's created in such a way that that it actually penetrates very easily, and it helps to break up the soil like most Broadforks do as well. So this is one I really like an awful lot. I'm really glad I purchased this. There's a lot of farm tools that I purchased that I don't use. Not a lot, but there's some that I just don't use and I don't recommend. But this one I think is a pretty darn good one. It's economical and it gets the job done very well. And I can't think of a property where this would be a problem. I think being able to go down 10 inches with our soil, when I sink this in, and you'll see how I do it here in a moment, it goes, you could see the fractures that I create in the soil, which allow atmospheric gases, including oxygen and nitrogen, to get down into, to get exposed to some of the components of the soil, opening it up enough where we're not destroying the architecture of the soil. But I could see that it goes deeper than the 10 inches as I'm going through it. And I don't think I can show that on a camera angle because it gets so dark in there without shooting some light down in there. So without any further ado, I think I'll just show you how I use this thing.